Hi, my name is Jay Bass. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I still live in Detroit, Michigan. I went to Cass Technical High School, which is a part of Detroit Public Schools. I got a 3.2 overall GPA in high school, and coming to Michigan State, majoring in electrical engineering, I have a 3.5 for my first semester.
Like deciding to go to college or like your major, like how did that motivate you or didn't motivate you? How did that affect you positively or negatively?
Because yeah. So my parents, they stressed it a lot, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I always had this idea that if I go to college, 4 years or however long I'm at college, when I get out of school, I will be able to make, more money than my parents, because that's what parents want you to do. They want you to make, a better living for yourself than they made for themselves. Mm-hmm. So my mom, she has a pretty good job. She get paid around $20 an hour, but I always knew that, I can increase that myself, and I can, have a better pay and, have a better life in turn. So I always knew that going to college would be good for me for that reason.
Okay. Describe your neighborhood. Was it quiet, loud? Were there like everyone had a house on your neighborhood? Were like abandoned houses? Was it like a lot of crime?
Yeah, I grew up in the hood. So, of course, it was abandoned houses and things like that. I didn't grow up in such a bad place because, again, my parents did want the better things for us. So, we grew up in a stable neighborhood, but it was still crime everywhere. It's Detroit, so that's the type of environment I grew up in. I've seen a lot of things.
Can you, like, elaborate on those things you saw?
I mean, I've seen a lot of crime and things like that, and I've been exposed to a lot of things that, parents don't want their kids to be exposed to, but I feel like, it prepared me for the real world, what I'm saying? I know what's out there. I didn't grow up in, some suburban area where I think that everything is fairy tales.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Howard. I am 18 years old. I am a business major, general management. I am from Detroit, Michigan. I currently live in Detroit, Michigan as well. I graduated from Old Redford Academy Preparatory High School. My GPA there was a 3.3. My current GPA here at Michigan State University is a 2.8.
Tell me your family life.
There's 7 of us all together as a family. My siblings. It's only my mother. She's always been like a single mother. I really didn't have a father growing up until she met, my stepdad.
Is she currently with your stepdad?
Yes.
Yes. I'm sure they are dating.
Mm.
Okay. Tell me your friends in high school. Like, where are they now?
My friends in high school, my closest friend, he's at Western Michigan University. So he went on to a university. Some of my friends are at community colleges back at home, but pretty much everybody had the same goal throughout high school. Maybe it changed, I really don't know. I don't really keep much contact with them now since we graduated from high school.
How do you say like they affected your academic success? Were they the type of friends that were like, let's go study, and you went to go study with them? Were they like, hey, let's go to a party, or let's go do some illegal something? Like, what kind of like?
As far as friends and studying,
yeah.
Hell no. As far as friends and party, hell yeah. But they pretty much never distracted me like that. Of course, they was all in my ear telling me to do this, do that. But I never, pushed into that. I always knew my goal, and I wanted to be here at Michigan State, so I went on and did that.
So, if you had to say like any of your friends affected you the most, describe your neighborhood for me.
Detroit, Michigan. I grew up on Schoolcraft. Schoolcraft can be peacefully, but at the same time, it's not really peacefully. I mean, of course, you got abandoned houses, and the neighborhoods is a little bit messed up, but I mean, other than that, for me, it was more like a nice neighborhood to me. Maybe to others, it probably was not.
Describe the crime where you lived at.
Crime on Schoolcraft was very high. You had guys, killing each other. Not just, I see it every day, but, I heard guys, frequently dying, on Schoolcraft, or, getting robbed, or, even getting shot at, or houses getting shot at. So, yeah, it was very, very, very bad.
Did you know Detroit is on like the top 10 list again in the entire country for the worst crime? I think it's like number 12 or something. I really don't know the statistics, but it's still on the same list for crime. How do you feel about that?
Not too good. I mean, I don't promote death or crime, so I feel not too good about that. I wish that my city, my people would pull together, but at the same time, it's life.
So, seeing that growing up as a child, did that motivate you to want to get out of that situation, or like did that kind of positively help you or negatively help you when it came to your academics?
I mean, some things you can learn from that. I'm not saying like crime wise, or some things like living in Detroit you learn more of, like how to get out of certain situations. I'm not about to go into detail, but other than that, yeah, it did help me focus on me getting out of Detroit or me making it out. Because sometimes kids my age can't even say they made it out of Detroit. Or they wouldn't even make it in life.
I'm from Ann Arbor, Michigan. I went to Huron High School, which is located in Ann Arbor Public Schools. I graduated with a 3.42 GPA, and I'm currently at Michigan State University with a 3.54 GPA, majoring in applied engineering and sciences, and I am 18 years old. It was assumed by my parents that I would go to college. It was never really forced upon to me to go to college. They just knew that by my actions of what I've been doing in the past, my past behavior, they assumed that I would go to college.
Did they describe to me your neighborhood?
My neighborhood wasn't really a bad neighborhood. We actually have green grass. We have kids that go out, play at the playground. We actually had a curfew for those who are under 14. You have to be in by 8. Though, there's still like shady people that walked around. We stay close to a highway, so if you actually go by the highway, you'll see homeless people begging for money or for food or whatever. But I would say like I can ride my bike. I wasn't scared personally. Most people won't be scared going to my neighborhood. My neighborhood is actually really calm. Though you occasionally have your rowdy people and stuff like that, but that's in almost every neighborhood.